All right, breaking news coming in this hour on the Shakti Mills gang rape case. All four accused have been found guilty of raping. I believe this verdict pertains to the case of gang rape in which a photojournalist, a 23-year-old photojournalist, was raped in the Shakti Mills compound in August last year. 5 men, including a juvenile, were accused of raping her and assaulting her colleague. The accused in the case are VIJAY, JADHAV, QASIM Bengali, SALIM ANSARI and Siraj Rahman. They also include a minor who will be tried by a juvenile court. But what we do know right now is that the Mumbai Sessions Court has found all the four guilty. They were charged with rape, conspiracy, common intention, unnatural sex and offences under the Information Technology Act. The photojournalist had been assaulted while on an assignment in the Shakti Mills compound that she was visiting with her male colleague. Let's get a word from Devesh Nair, who's joining us on the phone line from Mumbai. Devesh, the four accused have been found guilty. Has the quantum of sentence also been pronounced?
Well, see, Rimi, what today has happened is that the court has pronounced the verdict. They have just held them guilty. But the quantum of punishment would take some time. Both the defense as well as the prosecution would have to argue on the particular quantum of punishment, and only after that the quantum of punishment would be given out by the court. But remember, a very important case. This has been Shakti Mill gang rape has been one of those cases which actually shook the entire Mumbai. Remember, even the top cops in Mumbai could not believe the fact that some such kind of an incident would happen right at the heart of the city, and that too in a broad daylight. So for this, I can just tell you that even our Home Minister R.R. Patil was inside the courtroom. He himself came here to hear the verdict that was supposed to come out, and now that the court has pronounced its verdict, four people have been held guilty as per the various sections that were put on them. Back to you.
All right, the four accused, namely VIJAY, JADHAV, QASIM Bengali, SALIM ANSARI and Siraj Rahman, have been held guilty. The fifth accused is a minor who will be tried in a juvenile court. Devesh Nair confirming for us that they've all been found guilty of rape, conspiracy, common intention, unnatural sex and offences under the Information Technology Act. They, remember, assaulted and gang raped a 23-year-old photojournalist who was working with a magazine. She had visited the Shakti Mills compound while on assignment with a male colleague. Devesh, there's another related case that's also coming up regarding the gang rape of an 18-year-old telephone operator that took place on the same premises on the 31st of July last year. Any update on that?
Well, see, at this point of time, the court is definitely hearing that case as well, and the verdict in that case is also expected. Remember, when it was earlier the photojournalist case that was reported earlier, and after that, when the accused was arrested and the sketches were released, there was another victim, happens to be a photojournalist, who came forward and said that even she was raped in the same particular place. And after that, the Mumbai police registered an extra FIR in the case, and there were 3 common accused in the case, and both the cases were simultaneously tried. And today, now the court will
Devesh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Hold that thought. I believe we can go across to Majid Memon now. Majid Memon, your first reaction. All the four accused found guilty by the court. The fifth, we are told, will be tried by a juvenile court. This relates to the gang rape of a 23-year-old photojournalist in the Shakti Mills compound.
Well, this was a case where probably the conscience of the entire Mumbai city, or for that matter the nation, was shaken. Because, you know, this was something which was immediately after Nirbhaya case. And in Delhi, it was felt that women were not safe. In Mumbai, when it happened, it definitely shook every Mumbaikar. And therefore, the case was very carefully handled as far as investigation is concerned. And promptly, the offenders were brought to book. They were, the proper watertight case was made up against them. And they have been tried with a sense of urgency and promptitude. And therefore, we find that today the verdict having come, which is suggesting that the persons who are brought before the courts were the actual offenders. They were given full opportunity to defend themselves, and ultimately conclusive evidence brought forth successfully, resulting in their conviction, which certainly must send a good signal to the women folk of the city, and also to the people who indulge in these kinds of activities.
Absolutely a tough decision by the court. This, of course, following strong public outrage that followed two of those incidents of gang rape that took place in central Mumbai. Remember, the Shakti Mills compound is located in a prime locality of Mumbai, a prime posh locality. But as far as the premises are concerned, they are quite isolated and have become home to several anti-social elements. We're also being joined by Abha Singh, advocate on the phone line. Abha Singh, your first reaction?
It was a foregone conclusion that they all would be convicted. The eyes would be on whether they get death penalty or life imprisonment, because in spite of the 2013 Criminal Law Amendment Act, we have been unable to control the increasing number of rapes, and this needs to be delved into. It is a good judgment, but the issue is whether we are able to control rape, because this happened in the heart of Mumbai, that too at 6 in the evening, and it shows the poor law and order in the country.
Absolutely, Abha Singh. There was a lot of public outrage, lots of public rallies also that we saw in Mumbai. The conscience of the Mumbai city jolted by two incidents of rape that took place in broad daylight. Majid Memon is also with us. Majid Memon, the verdict in the second case is also expected today. This is another case that pertains to the rape of an 18-year-old telephone operator who came out after the first incident came to light and alleged that she had been raped by 4 people on the 31st of July. It's really unfortunate that after the rape took place, it took the victim some time to actually come out because she was wary of the police's behavior. All right, we seem to have lost that link with Majid Memon. Let's go across to former IPS officer VP Singh, who's joining us on the phone line. Mr. Singh, your first reaction?
It was expected because Mumbai police investigation, as was apparent from the news report, they had collected all relevant evidences. There was a good eyewitness account to the whole thing, and therefore conviction was a foregone inference which we had to draw. The law had been changed in 2013, whereby the rules of evidence had been relaxed, and the investigation and the favorable law all fused together, and therefore this conviction which has happened, that was most expected.
Right, in VP Singh, so now these 4 people have been found guilty by the Mumbai Sessions Court. They were in fact charged on several counts, including rape, conspiracy, common intention, unnatural sex and offences under the Information Technology Act. What kind of punishment are they staring at?
I think the conviction, the rape has been very serious. It's a gang rape, and it is expected that they would be getting life imprisonment. But this is also one thing which we have to see is that 2 of these people had also earlier involved in another rape case at the same place, and the trial of that is going on. And when that happens, this previous conviction, and that would be the second offense entails death penalty. So I think for 2 people, it's a precursor to death penalty. But as far as this case is concerned, I think all 4 of them are likely to get life imprisonment.
All right, so harshest punishment in store for the 4 accused who've been found guilty. VP Singh, we also know that there was a 5th accused who will now be tried by a juvenile court.
Yeah. Yes, I think Nirbhaya case also, this had become apparent. A juvenile cannot be tried under the general law, and therefore I think he will escape with a very mild punishment of 2 years, and that also in a remand home, and he won't face the rigors of the jail. This is unfortunate that the juvenile law has still not been amended, but as of today, 4 people will get stringent punishment, but the juvenile would be let away.
Absolutely, and VP Singh, the reason why this case led to so much outrage was the fact that these 2 rapes had taken place in broad daylight in the Shakti Mills compound. Initially, when the cases came to light, there was also a question mark as to why such a huge area was left unmonitored by the police.
Yeah, I think this is a very pertinent question, because under the Code of Criminal Procedure, prevention of an offence is regarded as much important as is the conviction and investigation of that offence. So if an offence happens and there was a possibility that it could have been prevented, certainly the police have to be held accountable for that. But unfortunately in our country, the accountability aspect of the public servant has become very, very dilute. In fact, accountability never happens. Otherwise, it was so apparent. It was a lonely place where there would be lots of girls. Maybe they would be pushed inside somewhere here and there, and there would be foul play done on them. So when police knew all these things, they could have taken preventive measures, such as including that area in the beat patrolling and making the owners install CCTV cameras. So police have been enormously negligent, and they have faltered in their assigned duties as provided, given on them by the Code of Criminal Procedure. I think the time has come. Some accountability has to be bestowed on the negligent police officers.
All right, Mr. YP Singh, former IPS officer, thanks so much for speaking to Headlines today and sharing your views with us. Let's also go across to our correspondent Devesh Nair, who is joining us live from outside the Sessions Court in Mumbai. Devesh, any observations made by the court while pronouncing the 4 accused guilty?
Well, see, it was very clear that the court had gone through all the evidences that were put in front of it by the investigating agency. Remember, one important part of evidence that came in front of the court was the statement of the victim itself. Generally, when it's a rape case, the statement of the victim has been considered as the crucial evidence in this case. And in this particular Shakti Mill gang rape, both the victims had come forward and given a statement to the Mumbai police, and they have not changed even one single sentence. So, considering that, the court has observed the fact that the crime that was done by all these accused were heinous of nature, and for that they do require a stringent punishment. According to that, they have been held guilty, and over the period of time, in coming 1 or 2 days, the quantum of punishment would also be decided by the court. Back to you.
Well, as the 4 accused found guilty, the quantum of punishment to be announced in a couple of days. That's what Devesh Nair is reporting. I believe we can now go across to Advocate Abha Singh, who's joining us on the phone line from Mumbai. Abha Singh, at the time when this case had come to light, the focus was clearly on why the police had left such a large area unmonitored. Also on why such a huge property owned by individuals was left vacant. Can you give us some details as far as the ownership of this property is concerned, and whether that's something that will also affect the case?
See, the biggest responsibility is on the police, that how in the heart of Mumbai this happened at 6 in the evening, and some of these offenders had earlier criminal records. So why the police was not alert, why this area was not well lighted? Definitely the doctrine of vicarious responsibility does lie on the people who were owning the property. It was their duty to have protected it, put security guards, and what is more important is the police role when this happened after December 16 Nirbhaya case, and even when the strict law had come, why the adequate measures, a roadmap was not prepared for the safety of women. So action should be taken, because the new law clearly says that under 166A of the Indian Penal Code, those police officers who are found guilty of not upholding the law, as far as 376 IPC is concerned, there is imprisonment up to 2 years. And here we are seeing that not a single head has rolled, either of the police. Only these 4 people who have been caught are convicted, but the police officers for the lapses of duty have been let scot-free.
Right, and Abha Singh, the most shocking aspect of this case is that there were 2 rape cases that took place within about 20 days of each other, and 2 of the accused were named in both cases by the victims.
Yes, that is also a very serious matter, and this also after the 2013 Act, because the 376E of the IPC says that to repeat offenders in rape, it is death penalty. So here in the case of JADHAV, that is VIJAY JADHAV, and this QASIM Sheikh and SALIM ANSARI, it would be death penalty for sure, because as per the new law, they are repeat offenders. And what is surprising is that one is a minor in this, and this minor will go scot-free, because as per the law, it is only 3 years, and that too in a juvenile home. And we have been asking even after Nirbhaya, where there was a minor involved, and everybody said minor should not get the protection of Juvenile Justice Act. They should be, in case of murder and rape, the Indian Penal Code should be applied, and the Justice Verma Committee did not do anything in this matter. And in the Shakti Mills case also, we see that there is a minor involved, and the minor would go scot-free. So it is required that the Juvenile Justice Act should also be changed.
Absolutely. Abha Singh, please stay on with us. I believe we can also go across to Flavor Agnes, women's rights activist who's joining us on the phone line. Miss Agnes, your first reaction?
I don't agree with that minor's point that minors should also be given death penalty, etc., etc. And it's not for the public to make the law. It is for the lawmakers to make the law. And this provision has gone through the legislature. It has gone by the Burma committee. It's gone by all kinds of parameters. It's not for you or me to today say, oh, even the minor should be given death penalty. Regarding death penalty for repeat offenders, it is not for sure. The court may give it death penalty. The life imprisonment, which is the norm, that in a gang rape, it could be like 10 years up to life imprisonment, and the courts have given highest permissible punishment. I mean, they are likely to give a life imprisonment in this case. And I think the entire wheels of justice have gone as per the Criminal Law Amendment 2013. And that's a very positive sign that police and the courts have worked in tandem, in coordination, and it's a good beginning for us in Mumbai. Those of us particularly who have been involved in this case from the time of the FIR till the judgment day, for instance, as a victim support program of Masjid that we have been with this girl, and I think what has happened is fair and just to everybody.
Absolutely, Flavor Agnes. We're also being told now that the quantum of punishment will be announced by the Sessions Court tomorrow. My question to you is that, it's interesting how the first victim of rape who alleged that she was assaulted on the 31st of July did not come forward till the time the photojournalist was assaulted almost 22 days after her. Well, Agnes, I'm sorry to interrupt. You just hold that thought. Let's cross live for a reaction from Home Minister of Maharashtra.
मराठीत प्रतिक्रिया पाहिजे की ज्या प्रकारे आज कोर्टाने जे दोषी ठरवले आरोपीला तुमचं म्हणणं काय आहे?
आज जो सन्माननीय न्यायालयाचा निकाल आला आहे त्यामुळे पीडित महिला आणि त्यांच्या कुटुंबियांना खरा न्याय मिळालेला आहे. घटना घडल्यानंतर केवळ 27 दिवसाच्या आत संपूर्ण तपास पूर्ण करून मुंबई पोलीस आणि क्राईम ब्रँच यांनी चार्जशीट दाखल केलं होतं आणि रोजच्या रोज सुनावणी घेऊन अत्यंत कमी वेळामध्ये आज दोन्ही घटनांमध्ये आरोपीवरचे आरोप सिद्ध झालेले आहेत. अत्यंत कमी वेळामध्ये पीडित कुटुंबियांना न्याय मिळाला है.
अब हिंदी में जानना चाहिए कि किस प्रकार से न्याय मिला है, क्या कहना है हिंदी में? अब हिंदी में
आज जो न्यायालय से फैसला आया है उससे पीड़ित महिला और उनके परिवार को सही न्याय मिला है. अत्यंत कम समय में चार्जशीट दर्ज किया गया था. हर रोज सुनावनी करके बहुत कम समय में आज जजमेंट भी आया है. दोनों घटना जो घटी थी भयानक थी, उसमें आरोप साबित हुए हैं. उस परिवार को न्याय मिला है.
अब आप गृह मंत्री होकर पहली बार हम देख रहे हैं कि अदालत में फैसले के समय गृह मंत्री यहाँ पर आए हैं, तो क्या एक संदेश देना चाहते हैं? कितना गंभीर मानती है हम मानती है इस फैसले को?
मुंबई शहर महिलाओं के लिए पूरे देश में एक सबसे सुरक्षित शहर माना जाता है. फिर भी हमारे शहर में एक भयानक घटना हुई थी. पूरे महाराष्ट्र के लिए नहीं, देश के लिए एक महत्वपूर्ण मुकदमा था और उसका फैसला आ गया है.
क्या है मामला, एक सबक साबित होगा?
ये घटना घटने के बाद बहुत सारे उपाय योजना महिला सुरक्षा के लिए मुंबई पुलिस की तरफ से और महाराष्ट्र पुलिस की तरफ से की गई है. मेरा विनम्र दावा है आज भी देश में जितने बड़े शहर है उसमें मुंबई में हमारे बहनें और महिला सुरक्षित है. फिर भी आगे जाकर कोई कमियां न रहने के लिए हम पूरी कोशिश करेंगे. इस फैसले से गुनहगारों को एक अच्छा मैसेज जाएगा. दोबारा ऐसी घटना करने की हिम्मत कोई न करे.
गृहमंत्री के तौर पर कितना बड़ा सब्सक्रिप्शन लेवल है आपके लिए यहाँ से?
इस बारे में हमारे एडवोकेट कोर्ट में कहेंगे, यहाँ मैंने बोलना ठीक नहीं होगा। शिक्षेच्या बाबतीत
गृहमंत्री होने के नाते ऐसी कौन सी मतलब जिस तरह से इन आरोपियों को सजा मिलेगी, आपको सेटिस्फैक्शन मिलेगी? गृहमंत्री होने के नाते
सेटिस्फैक्शन लेवल क्या रहा?
मैंने वो यहाँ बोलना ठीक नहीं होगा, लेकिन इस बारे में हमारे वकील कोर्ट में बताएंगे।
कल है, आप कल आएंगे?
आवाज भी बोलता है मुंबई सुरक्षित आहे, सामूहिक घटना मुंबईत झालेल्या आहेत अल्पवयीन मुलीवर, त्याबद्दल काय बोलाल?
आपण लोकांच्याकडून सूचना मागवलेल्या आहेत, अनेक NGOचं सहकार्य घेतोय, अत्यंत आधुनिक तंत्रज्ञानाचा वापर करून महिलांच्या सुरक्षेसाठी अनेक उपाययोजना मुंबई पोलीस दलामार्फत करण्यात आलेल्या आहेत। जर कामावर जाणारी एकाकी महिला असेल आणि तिला केवळ शंका आली तरी सुद्धा पोलिसांना सक्त सूचना दिलेल्या आहेत, तिला सुरक्षित स्थळापर्यंत पोलिसांनी पोहोचवलं पाहिजे। अशा पद्धतीच्या उपाययोजना सुद्धा सरकारमार्फत सुचवण्यात आलेल्या आहेत। काही त्रुटी राहिल्या असतील तर त्याही दूर केल्या जातील, पण मुंबई हे महिलांच्या बाबतीतलं एक सुरक्षित शहर बनवलंच जाईल।
गृहमंत्री अशा केसच्या घटना किंवा सुनावणीच्या वेळेस आलेल्या आहेत, याच्या मागचं कारण काय आणि काय सॅटिस्फॅक्शन लेवल आहे या वर्डिक्टमध्ये?
ह्या केसच्या बाबतीत अत्यंत कमी वेळामध्ये हा खटला पूर्ण झालेला आहे, पण महिलांच्या बाबतीतले जे अन्य खटले आहेत त्याचे सुद्धा निकाल लवकर लागावेत, त्यासुद्धा पीडित भगिनींना लवकर न्याय मिळावा म्हणून महिलांच्या बाबतीतली फास्ट ट्रॅक कोर्ट्स वाढवणं आणि त्याचबरोबर ही घटना केवळ महाराष्ट्राच्या दृष्टीने नव्हे तर संपूर्ण देशाच्या दृष्टीने महत्त्वपूर्ण होते।
महिला जर्नलिस्ट के साथ मोलेस्टेशन हुआ था, मोदी के दिन उसके जितने भी लोग थे उनको कस्टडी मिली थी और वो बाहर है, फिलहाल वो बाहर है।
उस केस की जानकारी मैंने ली है, क्राइम रजिस्टर हो गया है और नॉन बेलेबल ऑफेंस से लगाए गए हैं।
अब ये जो आपने बातें की वो अब ये जो आपने बातें की वो
कोर्ट से तो बेल हो जाती है।
अब ये जो आपने बातें की वो आरोपी पकड़े गए, उनको दोषी साबित कराने की बात हुई, फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट में मुकदमे चलाने की बात हुई, लेकिन शहर में और आपके राज्य में इस तरह की घटनाएं हो नहीं हो, इसके लिए क्या उपाय योजना करेंगे आप गृहमंत्री होने के नाते?
सुरक्षितता के लिए आधुनिक तंत्रज्ञान का इस्तेमाल करके पुलिस को भी पूरी सूचना दी गई है। महिला की सुरक्षा पुलिस दल के लिए, पुलिस के लिए महत्वपूर्ण काम रहेगा।
अब एक महिला पत्रकार के साथ जो बहुत सारे केसेस लेकिन इंक्रीज नंबर ऑफ क्राइम अगेंस्ट वुमेन, तो इसके बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
अब तो दिल्ली का फैसला होने के बाद रजिस्ट्रेशन बढ़ा है, लेकिन महिला आगे आकर क्राइम रजिस्टर कर रही है, अन्याय सह नहीं रही। क्राइम थोड़ा सा बढ़ रहा है, लेकिन जिस पर अन्याय होता है उन्होंने क्राइम रजिस्टर करना चाहिए। हमारी पूरी कोशिश है फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्टों की संख्या और बढ़ा के पीड़ित परिवारों को और महिलाओं को जल्द से जल्द न्याय मिलेगा।
जो भी धारा है जो जिसमें बेल नहीं मिलती,
इस बारे में हमारे एडवोकेट बोल सकते हैं।
क्वांटम ऑफ सर्विस कल है, आप कल भी आएंगे यहाँ पर?
आने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, मुझे आज गुना तो साबित हो गया है। ठीक है।
All right, that was Maharashtra Home Minister R.R. Patil saying that the government has taken it upon itself to fast-track all rape cases and provide justice to the victims. A big decision, a big verdict coming in from a sessions court in Mumbai that's convicted 5 people for the gang rape of the photojournalist in the Shakti Mills compound. The court found VIJAY, JADHAV, MOHAMMED Qasim Sheikh and Mohammed Ansari guilty. In fact, in both the gang rape cases, in addition to the trial, the court found Siraj Khan guilty in the gang rape of the photojournalist that took place on the 22nd of August last year. Principal Sessions Judge Shalini Joshi pronounced the judgment in the courtroom that was filled with reporters. This is, remember, a huge story. There was nationwide outrage after the Mumbai police after twin cases of gang rape were reported from the Shakti Mills compound. In fact, the police was forced to act. Within 72 hours, the police managed to arrest five of the accused whose sketches were made on the basis of a description given by the gang rape survivor.